Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the progress report assignment. So the first thing you should notice is the due date. Keep note of this and make sure that you allot enough time to complete the assignment within the time frame. For this particular assignment, notice that we don't have a rough draft that's due, but we have a final draft that's due. So for this assignment, it's a progress report. We've talked about reports within this class and the role that reports play within both technical communications and business communications as well. And so while we don't have enough time to write some of the more lengthy reports, the progress report is one that plays a distinctive role within the technical communications field because it's not only is it one of the more simple yet formal reports, it's also something that you're going to be asked to do on different levels and in different ways in most of the positions that you take within your career. Whether it's just meeting informally with your manager and giving them an update, or providing a document like the one that I'm asking you to provide. Now, will you be asked to provide a specific report to your manager like what I'm asking for? Probably not. Most reports like these progress reports, so these kind of things would be requested for perhaps a project that you're overlooking, or if you have a team that you're leading, you might be asked to give a progress report on your team that's written out. You may have to provide that document within an email, or even you may actually have to provide a written report that you have to pass out and present within a meeting. But most of the time, this is going to be something that you do via email or within a meeting verbally. So for this assignment, I'm specifically giving you a very dictated format to follow, and that's because you're going to have specific guidelines to follow and formats to follow throughout your career when you provide reports at points. And so I just want to make sure you can follow them, and it's part of writing for classes. So for this one, you're going to be making sure that you write a letter reporting the progress you have made as a writer and a student within this class. In the report, you're also going to include concise descriptions of the following. You're going to discuss what you have accomplished so far in our class this term. I want you to be specific. Do not, and I repeat, do not, merely provide me with a list of the papers you've turned in. I want you to reflect back on journal entries. This says log entries, but I want you to think about journal entries. And I want you to tell me where you are. So instead of just, and this says you can attach documents, you don't need to do that. What I want you to do is I want you to talk about what you've learned from each of the assignments, or what kind of knowledge you might have gained, or what it reinforced for you in some way, shape, or form. And that's it. And you just need to do it in 2 lines. Please do not tell me what the goal of the assignment was. I know what the goal of the assignments are because I wrote the assignment. I don't need you to tell me those again. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to tell me about the problems you faced in this class and how you've overcome them. This can be about specific assignment issues that you may have had, such as writing in concise formats or in concise manner within some of the formats that I've given you to write within. or it can be about the struggles that you've had with having an online class. Either way you go, that's fine. Next, I'd like you to tell me about how your progress within this course will help you accomplish goals in your job or in your future work or within any hobbies that you might have that you might be taking this class for. I assume at this rate, though, that you're taking this class because it's going to be helping you with work-related material. And I'm not offended by that. After that, I want you to give me a specific schedule for completing this course. And I want you to look at the syllabus and the schedule that I have on Blackboard and give me precise dates. Now, next up, I'm going to talk with you about using the proper format. Because I've asked you for quite a few things here, and I've told you that I'm going to want it in a specific format, but I haven't really told you a lot about that format yet. So under the section where I ask you to consider the following while writing your report, I ask that you use this proper format. And I want you to use the progress report that is listed as an example within the assignment folder on Blackboard. So let's go ahead and pull up the progress report folder. And I have that right here. So you pull up the progress report folder. First thing you'll find is the assignment, and then you'll find the progress report example. If you click on that, what will pop up is this document. I want you to follow this precise format when laying out your progress report. This is a big chunk of your grade. Part of this progress report isn't just learning about what you've learned throughout the semester, finding out if you can follow the guidelines for providing me a report, but also making sure that you can actually follow a precise set of format guidelines. It's a big part of technical communications and technical writing. So you want to make sure that just lay it out exactly like this. Now, one thing I mentioned in the assignment guidelines is you should be using this format exactly. I want you to use this heading. Use your name, obviously, and the current date. I want you to use the heading Overview. But then I want you to use your own words here. Do not just copy these words and put them in your progress report. Now, some of you are looking at this and listening to me and saying out loud, or to yourselves, Ms. Walton, I'm a grown human being in your class. Why on earth would I actually copy the words you wrote for an example document and put them in my document? Because I know you would recognize that, and I know that's called plagiarism. Well, the reason I'm telling you about this is because typically out of a class of 25 people, I have at least 2 students who do this, on average. Not always, but as an average. And I would really prefer that none of you be within that average. I would like for you to be one of my classes that has 0% people copying my own words and putting them in your paper, because that's called plagiarism. And plagiarism, as we have talked about before, and as I address within the syllabus, is something that is very much frowned upon at our school, and it can cause you to not only fail this paper, but to get kicked out of this class, and you can also get kicked out of the school. So do not copy these words. Make up your own words. I want you to have a section called Progress Toward Career Goals. Again, make up your own words. Accomplishments. That should be the heading for this section, where you go through each of the assignments and talk about what you've learned. Now you'll notice within this overview here that we didn't have a persuasive email assignment, for instance. I want you to go over the assignments that you've already turned in. And again, you're going to put the date that you've turned them in, and then you're going to talk about what you've learned. Do not tell me what the assignment was about, because again, I know what the assignment was about. I want to know what you learned from it. If you truly just did not like the assignment, you can even go as far as to, if you didn't learn anything from it, you can go as far as to tell me, you know what, Ms. Walden, I didn't learn anything from this assignment. But, here's what I think could be done to make this a better assignment. Or you could tell me things that the assignment made you think of. But just do not tell me what the assignment was about, okay? Give me some kind of reflection on the assignment. So again, persuasive email assignment, we didn't have that assignment in our class, so you don't address that one. You address the assignments that we did have. And then under the section problems here, I want you to have a section like this as well. And then I want you to write your own words in this section. For schedule of completion, have that, and then your own words there. These are mine. Don't use them. Make up your own. You know you can do it. Seen me do it before. And I want you to list out what you need to do to complete the assignment. And you would find that within the schedule for this course. And I list out what we're going to be turning in for the remainder of the course. So you would list that out and the due dates for those. Again, you would write your own closing, say thank you, and you put your own name, because you are not John Malkovich. And if you are John Malkovich, I'm very excited to have you in my class. Actually, I'm very excited to just have you in my class anyway. So, this is what it should look like if I told you where to find it. It's within the assignment folder. Move this back. Alright, now let's get back to that assignment sheet. Alright, so I ask you to use the proper format. I tell you that the progress report should be formatted exactly like the example included within the progress report assignment folder on Blackboard. I've showed you that. And then I ask you to use an appropriate style. So I want you to write in a business-like tone, and I want you to keep me as your audience in mind. So what does that mean? I want you to continue writing in that same business-like tone you've been writing in all throughout the semester. It's okay to include a little bit of informality here and there, but you don't want the overall tone of the message that you're delivering to be informal. An example would be using informal language that you might use with your friends, or writing in text speak versus formal English. I also want you to be concise. Make sure you eliminate unnecessary words or phrases from your report. And just keep in mind what we've been talking about all semester, and that is cut down your words and make sure that your sentences still deliver the message that you need to deliver while being grammatically correct, but try not to be overly wordy. And with that, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns about this assignment. I'm here to help, and I'm always happy to help you. Happy writing!